The largest in terms of the number of victims was the airplane crash in Smolensk, on board of which was the president of Poland Lech Kaczyński. On the 10th of April 2010, a Tupolev Tu-154 aircraft operating Polish Air Force Flight 101 crashed as it attempted to land in one of Smolensk's airports. Out of the 89 passengers and 7 crew members, none survived the impact. The official delegation was on its way to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the Katyn massacre that happened in 1940. The cockpit crew of Flight 101 consisted of pilot, co-pilot, navigator, and flight engineer. The Tupolev Tu-154 took off from Warsaw Airport 7:27 a.m., 27 minutes later than it was supposed to. As the flight continued over Poland and later Belarus, the conditions at Smolensk worsened deeply. An hour and a half before the PLF-101 was supposed to land, another Polish Air Force aircraft landed at the same airport. However, they reported that the conditions at the airport were absolutely horrible. To highlight the atrocious conditions, a Russian Ilyushin Il-76 attempted to land at the airport as well. However, it diverted to Vnukovo Airport in Moscow, as the conditions to land in Smolensk continued to worsen. A leaked cockpit transcript has revealed that the pilots were discussing either diverting or turning back, as the fog was too heavy. Visibility was just too poor. During the flight, some passengers entered the cabin of Flight 101, among whom was the commander of the Polish Air Force. The crew may have feared a negative reaction from their passengers should they have to divert to an alternative airfield. Under these stresses, the crew continued their approach pattern and readied the aircraft for final descent. The navigator took over the role of measuring altitude with the radio altimeter. But the pilots thought they were much higher above the ground, as the radio altimeter reads out altitude above the ground, not sea level. The terrain on approach to Smolensk Airport is uneven and locally much lower than the runway level, 60 meters above the ground. The first officer instructed to go around, as the speed was not safe, but the captain hesitated for a tiny moment. After that, it was too late. As the flight crew began noticing trees in front, the captain increased the throttle to the maximum and tried to pitch up. As it tried to climb, the PLF-101's left wing hit a tree. Subsequently, the aircraft turned upside down and plunged into the ground. The governor of Smolensk Oblast confirmed that there were no survivors. Pictures from the scene showed parts of the aircraft charred and strewn through a wooded area.